Dida, tell me about the plan. It was your proposal initially. What is it exactly?
It's a proposal that was put together by a committee of residents in the city together. We brainstormed and we had a lot of exchanges about it. And at first we were just going to put sensors into the environmental, to check for air quality and traffic and water quality, things like that. And then slowly it evolved into sensors in the environment, sensors in the homes, and then sensors for seniors. And these sensors are going to basically be deployed across the city in the homes of those seniors who agree to it, obviously, by consent, and whose caregivers, be they the ones who are in Montreal or out of province, want to sort of keep track and have the feedback from their loved ones, many of them who are senior parents, as to what their health situation is. So it's more like they're going to be getting alerts, not alarms, and the alerts will then be able to be monitored through our call center and through other technologies that we're going to deploy. It's not all finalized yet. We're still at the stage of formulating the idea, but it was very well received in Toronto, and it looks like we are on the road to a successful proposal.
Smart idea, and it fits in with the Smart Cities plan. Mitch, tell us about Smart Cities and how you decided to go that route, because already a $250,000 grant, that helps, goes a long way.
You know, the city of Côte Saint-Luc's sort of been on this mission for the last 50 years. We were the first to have an emergency medical organization, which is volunteer-based. We almost lost it a few years ago because first response is supposed to be island-wide by the fire department, but our member of the National Assembly helped us get an exemption, so we still have that service. And we also started volunteer citizens on patrol. Former City Councillor Glenn Nashton started that 11 years ago. We have over 100 volunteers. So we're always doing things for the seniors. We have the best recreational services and library services, keeping them engaged. We have a daily bonjour hi for people. How are you doing today? You know, and we have a drop-in center for people with dementia. So this is a logical continuation of that, and we want people to feel comfortable. I mean, if you're living in Toronto, as many of the children of the seniors in our city do, we want them to be able to feel comfortable that, you know, mom didn't get out of bed at the usual time that she does for the last several days. What's going on? So they'll get that alert. Or maybe they left the oven on, and they'll get the alert, and they'll call and they'll say, Mom, you know, you left the oven on. So we want them to have that ability to be connected on a daily basis all the time. And then our call center, when they'll get an alert, they'll say, okay, I'm going to call VCOPS, or I'll call an ambulance, or I'll call EMS, whatever is appropriate, or we'll inform the nurse that's taking care of the senior at the CLSC that they've noticed these things. So when they visit them next time, they'll ask questions. So we're creating a situation where it's transferable around the world. It's, you know, everybody has a mom, an aunt, a cousin who needs this. So it's the government of Canada is pleased with the project because they see it going across Canada, and we see it going even beyond.
With the aging population, you can definitely see that. Were there any issues or concerns expressed about privacy?
Yes,
Dida?
well,
yeah,
definitely, because we're creating a safety net to connect isolated seniors to city services or social services, or even to connect to, you know, to their own families. And so the issue of privacy is vital. I mean, this is pushing the whole project, because if we can't protect their information, then we're not going to be able to give them the level of comfort that they need in order to trust the system. So privacy is a huge component.
I think it's 30 or 35 points.
Yeah, it's
out of 100.
Yeah.
Oh, in the competition.
In the competition.
Yeah.
So we have guidelines. We have to meet certain standards in the guidelines, and privacy is a huge component. And we're working with experts who are going to make sure that we don't get the Google crashes and the Facebook intervention, like, you know, the Facebook fiascos that you've seen.
Yeah.
We want to keep everything private, but we have a very good track record on privacy. We have a first responder service that's been around since 1964, as Mitchell said. And I can tell you we've never had any issue with privacy or revealing patient information. And we deal with thousands of people year-round. Yeah. So we have a track record, and we're going to be fine-tuning our privacy policies in order to adapt to this new technology.
All right, Mitchell, what are next steps? I know you guys just back from Toronto where you presented yesterday. You have this initial grant. You're waiting for the money, you said.
Right.
What are next steps towards that 10 million that you're hoping to win?
Well, now we're engaging the public in order to get volunteers that are willing to be part of our pilot project. And once we have that, we're going to be going back to Toronto to explain to the judges how far we've progressed. And then that continues on until about February, March?
Early March.
When we'll find out who wins. Now, that we're one of 10 finalists in the category of cities of our size, and 2 get to win.
Two out of 20. 2 out of 20.
2 out of 20.
Win
yeah.
10 million. So
Okay.
it's exciting.
It would go a long way to helping you get this project off the ground, I'm
Right.
assuming, right? For the
Right.
whole community?
Right.
Well, there's a lot of partners also that want to contribute. Everybody who has a technology, it's financially viable for them to be a part of this program. So the 10 million will help us do everything we need to do and create the call center and do all the programming for the app. But then all these private enterprises who have technologies are going to gain as well. I mean, they exist. It's not like we're coming up with things that don't exist.
Right.
They're just not in a smart home yet.
Right, you know, because you hear about the Internet of Things and everything's connected. So basically what we're trying to do is connect seniors to all that connectivity. And I think that the city is in a good place to be able to do that.
All right. Well, thank you both for coming in to tell us about it, and good luck with the project.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for that. And up next for more information, we got to tell you that
Yeah.
on the project or Smart Cities Challenge, visit the website at smartcitiesexpoworldforum.ca.